I am Felix from Hartford and I'm 13. I wake up and then I test my sugar and then I take Novolog 70-30 mix, 44 units of that, and then I eat breakfast. And then I'm off to school. At lunchtime when I go down, I test my sugar to see if I need a correction or not. If it's under 125, then I take no correction. If it's 125 to 150, I get 1 unit of insulin. And for every 25, added onto my blood sugar, that's 1 more unit. And if it is drastically high and is over 400, anything over 400 receives 12 units. But I've never had to give myself 12 units before at lunch. And at dinner, I take however many units of regular Novolog I need, depending on the meal and what my sugar is. And then I take 36 units of Lantus, and then I eat dinner. I was diagnosed at age 8 with type 1 diabetes, and I've already had it for 5 years. You can do your inner thighs or outer thighs, anywhere there's really fatty part. You can do your stomach, and you can do your upper buttocks, and you can also do the back of your arms. There's an insulin pump where it has like a tube inside of it, and it's like a tube from the pump connecting to anywhere you want to put it, whether it's on your stomach or your upper butt. And then it's like a plastic piece, and it transfers insulin to wherever the site is, so you can get your insulin. And then a pen is insulin in a pen, and it's like it has a cap, and it's kind of long. It's like 6 inches, and then you take off the cap, and then you take off the pen needle and you screw it on, and then you could use it because the units are at the bottom. And then there's a regular needle or syringe where you draw up the amount of units you need, but into air, and then you put it in your insulin and you push it in, and then you usually flip it upside down, and then you pull how much you need, because usually when it's upside down it's more exact and it's more of an accurate amount. And I personally like the pen the most, but I've had all 3 before. Pros are that it helps you eat better. You figure out proportions, because when I first got on diabetes, I had proportions, and it was the same amount of carbs for every meal. So it was kind of like I was on a diet. So it helps you out with that. And a con is that every meal is kind of like a process. You always have to figure out the amount of carbs. You always would have to correct for your sugar if it's a meal, depending on what you need at that time when you're eating. And then you have to divide it into how much it would be for the insulin, and then it would put it in. So it's kind of a process. There are, yeah, and it's not really a good thing, but it's not much of a bother to me since I'm already used to it. Yes, I've met the first really 3 people that I actually met were the other 2 diabetics that were in my grade. We all went down at the same time because we all had the same lunch wave, and I met both of them as they were in the office doing the same thing I was, testing their sugar and getting the insulin for the meal. So I, right off the bat, made 2 friends that I could relate so much to, because they had type 1 diabetes just as I did. So it didn't really make me feel like I was alone and I was the only one doing it. So yeah, they were the first people that I actually got to know. Yeah, there's way more to it than just that. It's when I tell people I have diabetes, like they may be prejudiced towards you because they don't have it, so they don't know that you could also get it through family genes, which is how I got it. It runs on both sides of the family, so I got stuck with it. But people don't really know, so they go right off like it's because I was overweight, you know, and people don't know much about it, and they don't know much details about it. So, I mean, I don't think if you don't know much about it that you should judge before you know. You shouldn't judge before you know on anything. Bye.